Hello, Connecticut hockey fans. I'm Kate Dixon, Associate Producer of Gotta Love Connecticut Hockey. Today, I'm here with Caitlin Cahow. Caitlin is a native of Connecticut, grew up playing youth hockey and prep hockey in Connecticut, played NCAA hockey for Harvard, and has won both silver and bronze medals with the USA Olympic hockey team. Currently, Caitlin is playing professional hockey with the Boston Blades of the Canadian Women's Hockey League while attending law school at Boston College. With all that Caitlin has on her plate, we are very lucky to have her here with us today. Hi Caitlin, thanks for being with us today.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Thanks for taking the time to do this. So let's talk a little bit about the Olympics. You know, you've had the chance to play in two so far. What was your favorite?
Oh my gosh, well, you never forget your first Olympics. It's something really amazing. It's a 2-week span of your life that really seems like simultaneously years and moments. I mean, it seems like everything's in a freeze frame when you're in it, but when you come back from it, it's been such a life-changing experience that you can't imagine that it was only 2 weeks long. So for me, that was really special.
Outside of hockey, what do you like to do?
What do I like to do? I love being outside. I love one of my really good friends. There are actually 6 of us living in this house in Cambridge right now, and 5 of us are affiliated with the Boston Blades, so we're always around each other. And one of our roommates lives up in New Hampshire on Lake Winnipesaukee, so I like to go up and hike around there in the White Mountains. I really like to hike, and I love being on the ocean, sailing, fishing, swimming, anything. I just love it.
Did you grow up doing all those things?
I did, yeah. I grew up right on the Sound, right in Short Beach, Brantford, and so I grew up sailing and swimming and fishing, and it's just a great way to grow up. I just love the water.
How old were you when you first put on skates for the first time?
Oh my gosh, as soon as I could walk, so I don't know, 1.5, 2.
Okay.
That was, as soon as I could walk, that was it. My mom was convinced I was going to be a champion figure skater. So
figure skater?
Didn't work out quite how she planned, but she's pretty proud still, I think.
So the first time was in figure skates?
It was. White ones, to my great chagrin.
Then too, or did you like it at first?
You know, I loved being on the ice. I thought it was the coolest thing ever, learning how to skate. I really loved going fast.
Yep.
And I liked the jumping part of figure skating, even though I wasn't really good enough to do it yet. That's all I wanted to do was jump and, go fast.
So when did you make the transition from figure skates to hockey skates?
I was about 5 years old, 5 or 6, and my mother had taken me to skating lessons at the Ale Whale down at Ingalls Rink in New Haven. And we were out there for our skating lessons, and she was taking my skates off at the end of practice, and all of a sudden I heard this buzzer. And I looked up, and these 2 teams came flying onto the ice, and I'd seen hockey before, so I knew it was hockey, but the most amazing thing was that they all had ponytails coming out the back of their helmets, and I had never seen that before, so immediately it was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. No more of these figure skates. I've got to play hockey. That's got to be it.
When you made that transition from figure skates to hockey skates, what Connecticut program did you play with?
Well, I started off playing for Yale Youth Hockey, which was a boys program, and I was the only girl in the entire program, mites through bantams. They were really great to me. I loved it. The guys on my team were awesome. The coaches I had were all great. When I was a peewee, we played U15 at the time, but I think I was 12, and a man named Mo Tarrant came and he had seen one of my hockey games. He said, I think you should really come play girls hockey for us. And at the time he was the coach of the Southern Connecticut Stars, which were sort of an upstart girls team that had formed out of the Milford Boys League. And he basically said, come try out for us and see if you like it. And I was hooked. That camaraderie with the girls on the team, immediately I knew that I wanted to play there too. So for a couple of years there, I played both for Yale Youth Hockey as well as the Southern Connecticut Stars. And it was just a great time in my life to be playing hockey.
So what did you like about playing with the girls that you didn't get with the boys?
Like I said, I had a great experience playing on the guys' teams. I was always invited to parties and sleepovers, and that was never a problem. But there is something really special about being on a girls' team, especially when it's hockey for some reason, because there's almost this feeling like you're getting away with something. Your girls playing this boys' sport, and that's really special. And to make friends like that who are interested and passionate about the same sport, we've been lifelong friends ever since. I still keep in touch with those girls. So I think the friendships that I made have really lasted over time, and that's really special.
Hockey has grown a lot, even in the last few years, and definitely since you played youth hockey. Girls today have the opportunity to play with girls' youth hockey programs from the time that they start learning how to skate. What benefits do you think that this has for the girls?
I just think it's opening the sport up to a lot of people who wouldn't have necessarily thought that hockey was for them. And I may be a little bit biased, but I think hockey's for everyone. I think once you see the game, once you play the game, you just want to keep doing it. And it's one of those sports that really draws you in and it stays with you for your whole life.
A lot of girls get into playing youth hockey because their dads played. I know that's not the case for you. You saw the girls out on the ice and you were addicted immediately. But for girls who get in because of males in their lives, what advice can you give to the dads or the males that are getting them involved to make that connection with the girls?
You know what? I say that I saw women's hockey and it made me want to play, but growing up, before the Nagano Olympics, I really didn't have too many female role models to look up to on the ice. You know, my indoctrination into hockey was just like pretty much anyone else's. When I was in the driveway playing street hockey with my friends, I was Brian Leach, and I was convinced that I was going to play for the Hartford Whalers. You know, that was me growing up. So for me, I really had that experience too, where I had male players to look up to. So I think there are some really great things about that too. It's a great way to make connections between fathers and daughters, and intergenerational connections I think are always great in sport because that's what builds the tradition and the history and sort of the folklore around it. So for me, I think dads that get involved, that's fantastic. I love to see moms get involved too. I just think hockey's a family game, and the more people you can bring into it, the better.
So you have two brothers.
I do.
Do they play hockey?
They don't, actually. I don't even think they can skate. No, they're great athletes on their own merits. They both like to ski. One of my brothers was a really good wrestler. He wrestled at Loomis Chafee, actually, and I'm really proud of him for that. But I was the only one that got bit by the hockey bug for some reason.
So you kind of have a really unique upbringing in the hockey experience. Like you say, it's really a family thing, and it really seems like it has. So when you have kids someday, or if you have kids someday, will they be playing hockey?
My mom was really awesome with me growing up. She said, you can do whatever you want to do. And if you put time into it and effort and you dedicate yourself and you make a commitment, I'll support you in whatever you want to do. And I think that's going to be my philosophy with my children when I have them, just because it was a great way to grow up, because I got to try a lot of different things. And that door was always open to me, so I'm really thankful for that opportunity.
Thanks to the wonderful Caitlin Cahow for all of her time today. For more episodes, updates, and contests, visit our website, www.gottalovecthockey.org. Thanks for watching. This has been Gotta Love Connecticut Hockey.